Hello, Dealey, and welcome to Something Edible.
You know what season it is? It's horseradish picking season. About 2 weeks after our good hard freeze here in northwest Kansas, I will go out and I will dig up my horseradish. And after that, the only thing left to do is really to clean it up and process this stuff. So, you know, I'll bet a lot of you don't realize what it actually takes to make this stuff actually work. It's easy to go to the store and just buy a jar and put that on your steak or your sandwich. Well, I'm here to tell you, if you do it yourself, you can really get the bang for the buck where the heat comes with this stuff. So today we're going to process our own horseradish. So we're going to clean these up and then get to chopping. What I'm going to do here, I'm just going to food process these. So really what I need to do is just kind of knock the ends off to make sure that all the dirt and crud is off of there, because I'm just going to run them straight into the hopper. So we want to cut beneath the stem. And don't throw this away. You can take this back and plant it out in your garden, bury it about yay high, and you're going to get more horseradish next year. Probably more than you'll know what to do with. So a couple of things before I release what's going on here. The things that make horseradish is it's not so much heat as it's a pungency. And this pungency comes from this chemical called thiocyanates. And the thiocyanates are hydrophobic, which means they repel water. So and this is a root, it's full of water. And so what's going to happen here is as soon as I start releasing the plant tissue here in this root, then those thiocyanates are going to run from the water in those cells. And the first place they're going to run to is the air. So those thiocyanates, which give horseradish its pungency, are going to take to the air, and they are going to wreak havoc on your mucous membranes. So keep that in mind when you're doing this. If you got to do this outside or in the garage or something, if you're trying not to make your significant other mad or run your family out of the house, just keep that in mind. That's all I'm saying. So we've got grated horseradish now, but it's not done. We have these nice little fine shreds, and that would be nice if we were putting horseradish on a salad, but we're not. We're preparing it. So I got some stuff stuck up in here. That's okay. I'll probably run a knife through this and put it back in the bin so I can process it properly. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch around the blades. So when you take this top off, be careful. This stuff is going to knock you on your rear end. For all this horseradish right here, we are just adding 2 tablespoons of white vinegar, and we're not doing that now. We're going to add water right now. I'm going to add 8 ounces of water, that's 1 cup, into this food processor bowl. And I'm also going to add a teaspoon of salt. And I would do a heaping teaspoon. That's just to make the horseradish taste more like the horseradish. Now, my blade is locked in place. I'm going to set my timer for 3 minutes. Notice I didn't put the vinegar in there. And I'm going to run this on a standard food processor mode here on high for 3 minutes. So in 3 minutes, we'll check on this. Just looking in there and trying not to breathe too much. That's the consistency I want. And if it's like this and I'm this far away, I'd say I'm at the pungency I want. So now that I've beat that up enough, I want to lock that heat, that pungency in. And we're going to do that with our vinegar. I got 1 fluid ounce or 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. Don't go with any fancy vinegars here. We want the vinegar is more of a chemical in this case. It's serving more of a chemical role than a seasoning role. You get a little bit of vinegar taste out of it, but not much. We're not making vinegar sauce here. We're making horseradish. So I'm going to add this to the bowl, holding my breath all the while. And I'm going to set this for another minute. I'm going to let it go on high for another minute to make sure that that vinegar has caught every little nook and cranny of our processed horseradish here. So 1 more minute. Okay, 1 minute in the vinegar spin, and we are there. We have locked in our peak of pungency with this horseradish here. This stuff is ready to rock. In we go. You know, it's just something this creamy and white like this. It doesn't look like it's doing too much, and it's really too bad that they haven't perfected the whole smell-o-vision thing on the interwebs, because it looks like it's just some sort of little sauce. And at this point, if you mix it 50-50 with mayo, maybe a pinch of salt, you're talking about a killer steak topping or sandwich topping. This stuff is just phenomenal on a turkey sandwich. Just did a little bit better than a pint here. So we're sitting okay. This is what you can give to your friends and neighbors. No, so the cameraman didn't hit me. I didn't say anything rude. It's just this stuff is really, it's really pungent, but you won't know until you've tried it. So, you know, I'm going to take one for the team here and tell you how it is. Holy Mother of Pete. Wow. That is some horseradish. That is good to go. Anybody else wants to come over to my house, try a sample? Come on by. If you live too far away, or you don't feel like coming over and want to try it yourself, man, I'm all overcome with horseradish. Man, you got to try this. And if you want to try it, you can hop on over to the Hayes Daily News' website, hdnews.net. I got the recipe for you right there. If you want to understand the science of how this goes, then you can log on to my website, somethingedible.com, and I've got some more details about how to prepare this stuff and a few growing tips as well. And if you have horseradish questions, you can hit me up on Facebook, and you can always shoot me a tweet too. So until next time, I got to do this one more time. I'm sorry. I'm got to fulfill my masochistic streak here. Oh man.